here for this special broadcast. Good afternoon from the city of Seattle. We are here today to welcome Attorney Will Morris. I have been telling you guys for the better part of the last 3 weeks, that Attorney Morris, who is the lead attorney in a multi-billion dollars class action lawsuit against Novatech and some of the other related companies, and also other defendants who were part of that alleged Ponzi scheme. So we're going to have Attorney Morris, who's going to talk a little bit about the case, what to expect. I know many of you have a lot of questions, so this is going to be about an hour and 15 minutes. So if you do have a question, please do ask your question. I have someone here who would certainly read the questions, and Mr. Morris will address the question as much as he can. Now, I want to remind every viewers, especially those of you who are new to the channel, Novatech started out back in 2019, and from 2019 to at least May of 2023, it has estimated that Novatech had collected from people around the world approximately $47 billion. When Novatech shut down in May of 2023, there were a total of 552,000 people who have invested their hard-earned money in Novatech. Certainly, this is one of the biggest Ponzi scheme ever, and a lot of people from around the world lost a lot of money. And this is not just Canada, the United States, France, but there are people from Africa, Mexico, Panama. I have been investigating this case for the better part of a year, and I have spoken to many of these people who lost billions of dollars through Novatech. So this matter, Novatech as a company and some of its principles, some of its principles, are now being investigated by the Federal Trade Commission, and some of them have received subpoena to answer a question. And they have not, as far as I know, there are 3 separate investigations being conducted by two federal agencies and 1 state agency. The Attorney General of New York, Letitia James, has been investigating Novatech. The Federal Trade Commission have been investigating Novatech, and the FBI as well are investigating Novatech and some of the Novatech's principle. Mr. Morris, which I would introduce him very shortly, is an attorney with decades of experience in litigating this sort of cases, and he is the lead attorney in this multi-billion dollars class action lawsuit against Novatech. So without further ado, I want to bring Mr. Morris on. But before I do, I want to let you know, guys, if you do have questions, please do ask them, but do not ask the same question. Read the board to see if the question hasn't been asked before. And certainly, if the question's been asked, you will get an answer. So we're going to try to make this as informative as possible. We're going to try to make this as important as possible so that you can ask your question. This is for you. This is for my viewers. I wanted you guys to have the opportunity to hear directly from the attorney. So there's going to be a lot of information. So I suggest that you take a pen to probably write things down as they are being said. Without further ado, let me bring Mr. Morris. Mr. Morris, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good to see you.
Very good to see you. I like the bow tie.
That's my trademark these days.
I like that. You know what they say? A good trial lawyer always wear a good bow tie.
There you go. There you go. And not only that, not only a good bow tie, one tied from scratch, by the way.
Absolutely. I want to thank you for joining the professor today, and certainly for my viewers who are investors of Novatech. So let's tell, for people who don't know you, why don't you tell the viewer a little bit about your background, your professional career and where
Right.
you are now.
Sure, sure, sure. I was originally born, actually, I was born in South America, a country called Guyana. And I moved to the United States when I was 19 years old, attended college in New York, then went to University of Miami Law School, where I graduated in 91. From that time, from the time I graduated, I started working at a firm called Baker McKenzie in New York, which at the time, I'm not quite sure it still is, at the time was the largest law firm in the world. Had offices in 50 odd countries and employed almost 2,000 lawyers. So I was there for about 3 years. I left there and came and worked at a little boutique firm in Miami called Tu Beasley. The great Tom Tu was the leader of that firm. There I stayed a couple of years, then I moved on to another firm called Issachar from Ragatz. I stayed there for a couple of years, and then in '99, I decided to open my own firm, and I've been on my own ever since. I've taken on a couple of partners. I've taken on 50, 60 employees at one point. Now I've streamlined, and I'm concentrating now on these class action lawsuits because I think that's my legacy. That's my calling. And
Well,
there we are.
well, I thank you so much, because you are doing a really great service to people, especially people that have been scammed, and there are a lot of people that have been scammed. Now,
Yeah.
today we're going to talk about two things, mainly Novatech, which is
Okay.
the big Corona in the room, but we also will talk a little bit about Emini FX, because I understand that your law firm is also
Sure.
representing the plaintiff in the Emini FX case. So let's start with Novatech. How did you come to be the attorney for the plaintiff?
Well, it's funny because of the MNFX case, which have a lot of similarities to the Novatech case, in the sense it involved scammers, it involved crypto, and it involved a Ponzi scheme. Because of the filing of that lawsuit, people started calling me about the Novatech situation, and we investigated, looked into it, and said, you know what? This is the same situation as MNFX, and so we decided to file a lawsuit. Contrary to what we've done in the MNFX case, we decided not to file it in Florida, but to file it in New York. It was a strategic legal move, and so we filed the Novatech lawsuit in New York. But it was primarily based on people complaining that they've lost tons of money. Now, in the MNFX case, there was we thought it was $500-600 million, and that people lost because of this Ponzi scheme. In the Novatech case, we originally thought it was about $2 billion, so that's what we put in our lawsuit. But we've gotten some information in the last couple of days, couple of weeks, that we are off. Our number is so off we're off by about 40 billion, we were told. So you can imagine it's a lot bigger than we initially thought. Going in, we thought our number was conservative, 2 billion, but we didn't think it was that conservative. Not 40 billion, sure, but that it is what it is. I mean, and it's our intent to go after every penny we can muster, and every penny we can find and turn over, and try to get people back to almost being whole. It's going to be difficult to guarantee anybody to be made whole. But what we can tell you is this: if you do nothing, if you don't get involved, you stand a chance of getting nothing. If you get involved, it'll cost you nothing. You get involved in a lawsuit, and you stand a chance of getting something. Look, quite frankly, I'm spending my own money, I'm borrowing monies in order to prosecute these lawsuits. So I'm not doing them because I have nothing better to do. I am doing it because I believe that there's a possibility there's going to be a recovery, that people will be able to get some monies back. Again, I'm not guaranteeing anybody's going to be made whole, but there will be an opportunity to collect something back from the losses they sustained.
Well, this lawsuit, as I investigated and read on what's going on, this is a gigantic worldwide Ponzi scheme. There were hundreds of thousands of people from Africa to South America, from all 7 continents. So I mean, there are people around the world who's wondering, how can I become part of this lawsuit? I mean, because I don't live in America. So what would you say to these people who live, let's say, in Panama or Mexico or some other countries?
Well, the same way, location is not a factor. We invite everyone to go to willmorrislaw.com and to register and become part of it. It doesn't, regardless of where you are. I know there's been a little glitch in the website regarding people from other countries other than America being able to put their cities and whatnot. And I think we've addressed that and fixed that issue. So it really doesn't matter where you're from. Get on the website, register, willmorrislaw.com. It costs you nothing. We're not charging anybody anything. And we just need your information to make sure you become part of the class. What we will do with that information, at some point, somebody from the firm or a company that we hire will get in touch with these people individually, either by email or by phone calls. We'll send them out retainers. We'll put updates on the website. We'll let them know what's going on. And so that's how you can get involved. It doesn't take anything other than registering and putting your name and your information. We're not asking for anybody's social security number. I know some people, as a matter of fact, I was in my office yesterday and somebody just showed up because we made the cardinal mistake of putting the law firm's main phone number on the press release. And so we've been inundated with phone calls. I mean, literally every 30 seconds the phone rings and somebody's on there wanting to find out about Novatech. So we did this recording, telling people what they need to do. They need to go to willmorrislaw.com and register. We've been telling them not to leave messages. And so the person who showed up yesterday has been calling. They're registered on the website. They've been calling and not getting any answer because, quite frankly, we're not answering the phone like that. And so they showed.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. You are welcome to tonight's meeting. Please, if you can hear me, please can you just drop a message in the chat room? Good evening. You are welcome. You are welcome, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. We are just going to go straight to the meeting. The purpose of tonight's meeting as publicized, the purpose of tonight's meeting as publicized is to be able to, we are all aware of the ongoing consent registration and contribution to the fee for the fee for the investigators in the ongoing process. So we are all aware of that. I believe that we are all aware of that. And so because of that, we have a lot of questions on the meeting room, in the groups. What is it, this problem? I cannot, I don't understand this, I don't understand that. So that is the purpose of this meeting. This meeting is not to come and explain anything that has happened in the past, because some people are saying what is happening. That is not the purpose of this meeting. And I want this meeting to be as brief as possible, 1 hour at the maximum. So I am here tonight as a member and the lead of the committees that has been on the forefront of trying to see the possibility of reclamation of our missing fund. And so we are going to proceed immediately. The essence of this meeting as publicized, again, let me read it to us as publicized. Somebody wants to see picture. You saw my picture on Sunday. You saw my picture on Tuesday. I'm not sure it's my picture you came to watch here. So let's face the main business. We commence the process of consent registration from willing Nigerian investors who are yet to sign consent previously, as well as to raise the assigned fund payable to the investigators firm. Consequently, we hereby invite you to join the meeting where we intend to answer all questions relating to the process of consent form filling, as well as consent form filling, as well as contribution of the investigators fund. Somebody is saying no name, somebody is saying no picture. You should see my name, and My name is Pastor Yemi Ayodele. I am one of the committee members pursuing this course, and I am leading this noble cause. So please, the essence of this meeting is not this is I've just given us, and I believe that every one of us here, for you to be on this meeting, you are in the group OMP, Nigeria OMP Reclamation team, either on WhatsApp or on Telegram. So the purpose of this meeting is to answer any question relating to these two processes. So everybody was not here on those days you mentioned. So if you were not here on those days I mentioned, the recording, the video is on this channel. The meeting of Tuesday is on this channel. So if you have not taken time to watch that, we cannot keep repeating what we have said. The same meeting to explain all the process was held on Sunday. Sunday the 14th, Sunday the 21st, and then on Tuesday the 23rd, we were also on this channel. On Sunday the 21st, we were on this meeting with the law firm. And on 23rd, the law firm members were not here. I was on this meeting with all the committee members to explain the process again. If you missed that, the video is on this channel, and we have continually posted on the group that everyone should join this channel. And in case you miss any meeting, just the playback is going to be here. So the reason we are here now is to answer all the questions relating to any problem that you might have had. So any other question, I'm sorry, that is not why we are here. That means you need to go and listen to the previous video, then you can be abreast of what we are doing here. Everyone, yeah, okay. How do we know that the form we have filled before is correct? Okay, thank you. Let me start from William. For now, there is no way to know. And this is just the truth. There's no way to know. The form we filled, the first consent form was a very complex procedure. You have to register, you have to log in. A lot of us have issues with it. We extended and extended. And so whatever we're able to collect, I don't want to talk about it again because it's very displeasing in the first place to know that people went into that registration to put all manners. I mean, there are some people where you are supposed to fill what's the total amount of packages you bought, just the total amount in dollars. Some people said, how am I supposed to know? So you see all manners. However, with what we have, there is no way, we do not have that currently the ability to be able to see and maybe correct it. So this is my advice, and that's why some of the things I'm going to be doing here is going to be advisorial. I'm going to be advising, not that it is a solution, but I'm going to be advising. So in case you feel that you can't remember what you feel, please try and remember. Please try and remember, because it's very important. In case you feel, and one of the things we are going to explain tonight contradicts what you feel, I could explain how to go around it to you. But if you don't know what you feel, sincerely, I don't know also, okay? So how do we make payment for investigators fund? Is it along with consent registration or independent of it? It is independent, but they go hand in hand, because anyone that register for consent and do not make this contribution, the names will be delisted from the consent list. Okay, so you are going to register the consent if you have not done that before, and you are going to make the payment. The process is in a document that have been circulated on the OMP Fund Reclamation Squad for Nigeria on Telegram and on WhatsApp. So if you are not on that Telegram group, please, I beg you, join the Telegram group now. And I think, let me see, maybe I can quickly drop all the links of the groups that you need to join. Yes, let me, I think I can connect here. Let me see how. Okay, so I'm going to drop it now. Just hold on. I'm going to drop it in the chat room now. And then, so if you are not groups, especially the Telegram and the YouTube, and I said the Telegram because if you join a WhatsApp group, everything that have been said before you join, you cannot have access to it. But if you join a Telegram group, whatever have been said since that Telegram group was created, you can still have access to it. So that is why I am going to encourage you to join the Telegram group especially. So let me get the link for you. For all the WhatsApp groups are filled up, so but once in a while some people drop out of it and you can get in. But sincerely, everything posted on the WhatsApp groups is always also posted on the Telegram group, on the Telegram group. So you must not be on the WhatsApp group. I know many of us are more familiar with Telegram group than with WhatsApp than Telegram. However, that is as it is now. It is just better to be on one than not to be on any. So please, I'm going to post it for you now to have the link. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so I've sent the link of the Telegram, of the YouTube channel, and of the WhatsApp. Can we have a Naira account? If you join the Telegram group, let me say, or if you're on the Telegram group, there is a document for this process of making payment. It's just a 4-page document. Everything, we have a merchant that have been selected to do this transaction for those who cannot do who wants to use Naira. So all the details have been provided on that group. And so that document, make sure you chat up the merchant before you make payment. Chat him up. Every day we drop the exchange rate so that you don't have to go and do your own negotiation with him, and so that nobody takes advantage of our people. Okay, so please, assuming an investor doesn't have enough money applicable to the group is a capital fraud, what will happen to such investor? The investor will be delisted from the consent registration. This contribution is what we have to do per the category, that whatever category we belong by the reason of our investment. That is just the only way to go about it. I have 7 accounts with different username, but one profile name and one email. How do I include these usernames in the consent form? Okay, you see in the consent form, you will see your username. Your username, you can list all your username there, and you can put just the first topmost username, the first username, but you can list all of it and separate it with comma. It's not a problem. Okay, then as long as the profile name, the full name is the same, you can just do one registration. The registration is going to be what the KYC will be performed on in the event of recovery. I hope we are following now. So when you register, if as long as the account carries the same name. Let me give you an example. Assuming these 7 accounts, 5 are for you and 2 are for your husband. They are in your husband's name, and 5 are in your name. That means you have to do 2 consents registration. So you sum the 5 into your name and a consent, and then you sum the 2 into your husband's name. If the 7 are in your name, full name, that you will do KYC on, please just register 1 consent for the 7 accounts. You can use 1 email, for example, one username. For example, if your username is Vikechukwu, V Ikechukwu, you can do V Ikechukwu and put the total. And you can do V Ikechukwu 1, 2, 3. You can do comma V Ikechukwu 2 on the same consent and put the total amount in the distance. Please, the amount you have to put is the dollar value as it was purchased, and the amount you are supposed does not include your any gains. This is not to be used for payment. This is only to be used to know how much the total amount the Nigerians investors invested. So don't be afraid that if I put 10,000, then when the money comes, in case money comes, it will be 10,000 they give me. No. We are just trying to say, as the lawyers are approaching the court on our behalf, they are going to say, we are approaching the court on behalf of 10,000 investors from Nigeria who invested a total of this amount. I hope that is very clear. Ochiba, I paid $20 previously and evidence of payment is still with me. Can I send it to the given email and send it to my upline? Please send it to the given email and state in your email that this was paid as at December, whatever. Okay, you don't have to pay again if you are still in that category. But in case you pay $20 before, $10 or $5, and your category is to pay $50, you will say you will deduct that $20 from the $50 and pay the remaining $30. Then you will attach the 2 evidences and send it to the given email. I hope that is clear, Mr. Ochiba. How do I confirm the earlier form field is correct? You cannot for now. You see, let me say this. Part of our plan is when this contribution has been made, and then we have the sum that is required to proceed, and we have anything extra, all the accounts is going to be given. We have anything extra. The first thing we want to do is to develop a website where you can update whatever you feed previously in case there is any error on it. So, but until then, we cannot face that now because all we are trying to gather is the money for the investigators. Please, if someone fill the previous form and add both wifey and kids accounts together to his own, do the person need to refill now by separating all? Now, Big Mike, let me give you this. This is what I advise. It is not foolproof, but this is what I advise. Assuming you have 7 accounts like Virginia, and 3 is supposed to be for you, or let's say 5 is supposed to be for you, 1 for your wife, 1 for your daughter. Okay, now, but you put everything into the first registration. What you are going to do now is in your name. What you are going to do now is do consent registration for your wife and your child and put their own amount in it. Whenever we are able to open modification to the previous submission, you will be able to change the amount now from the total, which you have added your daughter and your wife and your child, and you remove their own. For example, if it is 1,000 and 7,000, but now you have filled a new consent for them 1,000, you will now you will now change it, the 7,000 to 5,000, which is just your own. Is that okay? I paid the merchant is here to send me crypto payment confirmation. Please, does it take long to, when did you pay to the merchant? When you pay to the merchant, it's supposed to be instant. However, for any reason, when it goes to look for the money, let's say plus or minus 1 hour should be sufficient to go through this process, okay? So please, if it exceeds that, please drop that information on the Telegram group or the WhatsApp group. We'll follow up with the merchant, okay? However, when you are dropping it, you might be asked to also send the Naira that you sent to him, the evidence, so that we do not chase what does not exist. I need to have the link of the form. I was sick due to the heart. It's all right. So the link is on. Have you joined the Telegram group, the WhatsApp group? The link to, please don't, I'm begging you, I beg you in the name of God, don't take link from just anywhere. Don't take USDT wallet address from just anywhere. If it is not in the group and posted by the admin, we posted this about 2 days ago, because somebody went to the group. Don't ask for wallet address on the group. It is there, find it. Somebody dropped it, and immediately a fraudster dropped another wallet address. Thank God one of the members admins were vigilant enough to quickly delete it. If not, the person asking for it will just pick it and use it. Please don't ask for wallet address. Everything is there, find it. When you enter into a new group, the best thing to do is to first read up, so that you are not asking what is already provided. So that you are discussing from the point of knowledge and not from the point of ignorance. Okay, so the link is in the group. If you are not yet in the group, please, I just dropped the link for all the I'm dropping it again for all the platform, YouTube, Telegram, and WhatsApp. So join them. You may not be able to join WhatsApp. WhatsApp is filled up, but if you keep trying, but make sure you're on the Telegram, so that anything that I told you, the advantage of Telegram is that you can read up anything that has been posted even years before you join. Okay, I need to have admin, please, what that I've already filled the form before, can we update our detail? I think I've explained this. You cannot update for now. Okay, update button. There is no, you know what we are doing now, and this is because of the complexity of our team members. Some team members, they complained that the process was too rigorous. So we adopted a very simple form, which is Google form. Some of us will not have opted for Google form because it is very porous. But I mean porous in the sense that it is just the simplest form of collecting data, and but we did it so that nobody has an excuse. Okay, so there is no, on Google form you don't have such a facility, and if somebody knows that kind of that exists, please reach us on the group and we can contact you privately to see how you can help us out. But Google form, to the best of my knowledge, does not have that edit option, and so just leave it as it were and just pay your this thing. Later, if we are able to get the money for the investigators, we are going to, and we have anything extra, the first thing we are going to do is to develop a Google form. Let me also let you know that all of these things, we are doing all of these things back to back, in the sense that I was already talking to a website builder who was already giving me the rough idea of what it could take to develop such a website. But in case there's anybody here who knows any other means to get this done, we have the database. How can we get it done at the near zero cost? Please reach out to the admin on the group. Okay.
Yes, sir. It's not because we have to do some data cleaning before we will be able to migrate the data, and we can do the job for 600,000 naira, and it's going to take us 2 weeks to test run everything and make sure everything is working perfectly well.
So you had the voice note. This was a conversation between me and a website developer, so that we already have this in our mind, but the truth is that for now, that is not a priority. If you are filled, just make sure you pay your money. When the opportunity comes, we open it for edit. Sylvester, the truth is that we have lost the money in the first place. We are only trying. Please, let's also know that this process we are undertaking is not a guaranteed process. When the lawyers came last Sunday, and we have held more than 12 meetings before we brought them to the general group, to the general meeting on Sunday 21st, I think, and they said no lawyer of integrity will promise any legal case that is going to win. However, why did we go for these lawyers? This new set of lawyers that we just found, they have been able to recover the fund of another company that went down about the same time that Omega Pro went down in 2021. And the name of that company is Emini FX. And so because of that, and they are already also working on with another company who also went down in 2022, Novatech. And so because of the record of their success, that was why we went for them. Okay, so the truth is that the way this thing runs is that even the consent has to be submitted to the court. These are the people we are representing, and they have made financial commitment to this. So all of that is part of the process. So, and that is why if you look at what we did, we made it in a way that everybody is just taking a little bit of the entire fund. Okay, so I sent message that I couldn't register. I mean, I couldn't fill the consent form. No one replied me saying wrong password. So should I do in this case? It cannot be our consent form. Our consent form does not require a password. And so why will it be as telling you no wrong password? So definitely you picked and that's why I beg everybody, don't go and copy anything elsewhere or apart from the authentic platform. Don't private chat anybody to send anything to you. If you fall into any wrong hands, we will not be responsible for it. Okay, a lot of people have lost money and a lot are totally broke. What's the guarantee that after paying the lawsuit they are going to get the money back? There is no guarantee. Clued up media, there is no guarantee. We can't even give a 5% guarantee. We in the meeting of Sunday, the 21, the law firm even asked us, and that was the question they asked us when we were negotiating the amount that we were to pay. They said to us, this is a process. The question we should ask our people is, should we drop it or should we continue? And in the meeting of Sunday and Tuesday, majority say, let's give it a trial. What we are doing is giving it a trial. And I like to re-emphasize it. What we are doing is giving it a trial. If 2 million in Omega Pro and you are asked to pay 120,000 to give it a trial to see, or you want to walk away, those are the two options, and everyone has the opportunity to choose which option he or she wants. Okay, I'm sending my receipt to the email that they sent to me through my Gmail. Is not going because I've paid my own money out. I don't understand. Rosemary, please make your question very clear. I have two accounts, but one that I used to receive message from. I want to know what happened to my second account. I don't understand. I don't understand what account you have. I don't know what account you don't have. So please, what account you have or don't have, I don't know. Or if you are saying something that is not clear, please resubmit your question. Fola Shade say, I started with 1,000 and after it matured, I reinvested the whole of the 3,000. So does that mean my investment is 3,000? Yes, your investment is 3,000. Whatever is an investment that have not matured and the exact USD that you put in is your invested amount. So it's 3,000 in this instance. I can't remember if I have registered for the consent for me not to register twice. Can you help me? I cannot help you. I don't know why people say this. I can't remember if I registered. Oh my God! I sincerely I don't know, and I cannot help because there is no way. The only way we will have it is if we complete this process and we are able to build a website where people can access and check and use search criteria to check if they have something and they can amend. So for now, you should know if you register a consent before. Please go and think well. and see and try to remember. Can someone use another email to forward this or to the email you guys said we should send it? Yes, you can use any email to send it. Just make sure that your details are correct. Please, sir, can we have a Naira account to pay the money? It will be a lot easier. Awero, please. I've said this again. Please go to the registered Telegram group, and the document is there on how to do all of this. Okay, the document is there. Just a 4-page document. Read it up. You will see clearly explained. Okay. As long as I have money now, does it mean I cannot pay when I have it? No, you cannot pay when you have it. This payment is closing on Friday. We are giving 2 weeks so that we don't hold this company down. They have 7 other applications or thereabout. They have other applications, let me just put it that way, to attend to. And because they have given us consent, they are holding on to see if we are going to engage them before they pick on other ones. They have limits to what they can handle at the time. So they are going to, this is closing on Friday. And I am willing to ask for an extension. Whether it will be granted, I cannot assure you. So what I know as of today is that it's closing on Friday. We're giving 2 weeks, okay? Can we begin fresh consent form filling process? No, sir. We cannot begin fresh. Someone blocked me from Telegram group. I cannot rejoin again. Yes, somebody will block. In case anyone that is blocked or taken out of the Telegram group is either you come with insultive language or you come to talk about people. We don't talk about people here. We are talking about this process. We are focused. We don't talk about people. So if you do any of that, or you post any wrong thing, or you post anything that looks like you are trying to scam people, we remove you. So in case you falls in any of that, then it's Gabriel Edwin. Please make the form simple. Google form is the simplest that anybody can think about from your phone, and the number of columns, the number of information being asked from you is less than 10. So please, I'm talking about your total investment fund. Now I want to ask, can someone sum up all the funds invested, including those that he registered? No. Every consent must bear the name, one name. So you cannot sum up even your own, your wife and your child, as long as the name inside the form, inside the Omega Pro investment is not your name. You can't sum another person up. But if you have 20 accounts and 15 is yours, 2 is your wife, and 3 is your son, you register 3 consents like that. Okay? Please drop your questions. It looks like there's no more question. I mean, can I join the Telegram group again? I don't know. Try and join. But please, whatever took you out of that group, don't do it again, please, because we cannot be working there. Now, I was on Zoom yesterday. I am on Zoom today. I'll be on Zoom tomorrow. I was not employed to do this. I'm doing this. I said it last week Tuesday. I am doing this for posterity's sake. For simply that the reason I'm doing this for posterity's sake. And so whatever we are doing, we should also encourage ourselves. Okay, can they go ahead with the recovery of the fund while they deduct their fee? No, ma. Tolulope, the process, let me explain the process to you. And like I said, if you were here on last week, Sunday 21st, they were here with us, it will have been a bit from them. But let me just explain to us. The law firm, they are not charging anything for now until after recovery. Now, they need an investigator company. These investigators are licensed to trace crypto to fiat. So anywhere crypto goes in the crypto space, in the blockchain, they can trace it. If it moves out of blockchain and moves to bank account, they will trace it to bank account. And they have power to now use that to go to court and obtain an order to frozen both blockchain and the bank accounts. So that's the work of, they are the one that we are paying now. The investigator, the law firm are not paid, and they do not even determine their charge. The court, as part of the judgment, if there is a recovery, then the court will now say this, we now appoint a receiver company and hand over the recovery amount to them to make payment. And then as part of the judgment, we now say The law firm can take 2%, 50%, 10%. It is the court that will judge that. Okay, that is the way the process goes. And let me also say this: I am posting this. I was sharing a video. There is an account on YouTube. It's called The Professor Truth Be Told. The Professor Truth Be Told. Please go to that YouTube channel. The process, all the engagement, the meeting with the community of investors that they went through when they were in the process of helping the investors in M&A is on that channel. The Novatech that they are currently still handling, all the engagement with the investors and all of that is there. You can monitor it. So you can, on your own, even make a judgment and say, are we dealing with the right people? And if you see any red flag at any point before we pay this money, please bring it to our attention. So they cannot go ahead with recovery until the investigators are paid. Or because until the investigators do their work, they cannot even file a case. The consent was asking me to make payment after registering a $100 account. No, it will not. It's not asking you to make payment and you cannot move forward. Okay, so it's not. It's just an information. It's not even popping up. It's just an information on the screen. So please just ignore that. Don't ignore it. It's just an information. So continue. Even if you are ready, even if you are paying $200, it will not stop you from registering your consent. The only thing is that if you register consent and there's no backed up payment, your name will be deleted from the consent register. Okay, so, and like we said, for people that did $100 and $200 investment, register your consent, but you are not making any payment. Please, the time is too short. I know it is. Everything I'm saying to you here is not what I want, is what it is. So we have 2 weeks, which is ending on Friday. If it what do I call it now? If it exhausted, I will personally, the committee. No, the link has not expired. The committee will beg for an extension, maybe 1 week. If they grant it, I will be the happiest person. But the fact that they will grant it, I cannot guarantee that, because they are a company that they know what they are doing and they are at it. Okay, the Telegram link should not say it has expired. I don't know, it shouldn't say it. Please, anybody having the same problem, good afternoon, admin, please, can we have the already filled form before? So no, you cannot have answered this. Okay, I have 2 accounts, both registered in my name. If it is registered in your name, even if you use different email addresses, as long as it is in your name, add them together. But different user, definitely you can't have 2 accounts registered with the same usernames. So in filling the form where they ask you for username, say Jumoke Ajibade 1, Jumoke Ajibade 2, comma, and then the total sum is maybe it's $1,000 in each of the account. The total sum is $2,000. Okay, simple. And when you are filling the amount, don't put $sign, don't put naira sign, just type number. Don't put comma, just type number, because it will not allow you to go. If you do put all of those things, it can only take number. And we had to introduce that in this time because of all the garbage that we saw in the previous we need Telegram link. Can somebody Theo,
Yeah.
please, can you help me check that link? Is it truly expired?
No, it's not. It's not expired. It's still working. I just check.
It's not expired, please.
No.
It's not expired.
Then somebody.
The sample of how to fill the form, when you join the Telegram, you will see the form there. I don't want, you see, we must be very, very careful. I don't want you to fall into the wrong hand so that somebody just drop link for you anywhere and you click it. No, that is what hacks a lot of people's account. That's why I say, don't even private chat me. Make sure everything you are doing is on the group. And if you join the Telegram group, just read before you do it, before you ask any question or make any comment, read backward to April 1st. Let's even say April 1st. Every information you need, you find it. Okay? The sample, how to fill the form. You can't have the sample. Just the form is simple. There is nothing. There is nothing about the form that is not straightforward. Okay? I registered my accounts with 3 names, myself, wife, and daughter. Are we paying the law firm? Yes, you are going to pay differently. You are registering 3 different consents. But the beautiful thing is that you might not be paying the same thing as though you merge it together. It depends on where your registration and the payment falls. Okay, so let me do
Then
this.
Leon is asking, with the same email address, you can only register one account. I have 8 emails but different usernames, so find it difficult to register with other different name but same email. In this case, what you will do, Leo, if you click the form, the Google form, it will go directly and open in Google. Then you will already see one email there. Then you will see a place where it will ask you to add another account or switch account. You click on switch account. Then it will ask you to add another account. When you click it, it will give you a space to put a different email. So every account you have with the same name, use one email to register those accounts. Then when you finish that one, you go again. Then the other ones you click, then you use different email to register those ones. Then it will go through. That answers your question. The Naira merchant dumping building material does not pick my call. What do I do? Then Pastor Yemi, you can answer that question.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know my mic was muted. Please don't call the merchant. You see, sometimes when we need to understand, 10,000 people are calling one single line. You will run mad. So don't call him, please. Message him, send a WhatsApp chat to him. He will attend to you. When 10 people, even 10 people are calling about the same, you can imagine that man is going to be going through a lot of hell since last week that we started this. And he's not charging us for this. So please don't call him. WhatsApp him and tell him what you want. And let me add this. Please, when you are sending money to him, if you don't want your money to be held, don't put any description. Because some of us are already having that problem now with him. Your money will be held. Even the account can be banned. Don't put any description. Make sure you private chat him first and tell him I'm about to send the money. Don't put a description. When you send the money, send the screenshot of the payment to him. When he confirm receipt, he will do the transfer and send the screenshot of the transfer to you. The 2 screenshots of both your Naira payment and his transfer, send it to the email that is stated in the document. So if you want to register and pay for people, you must be sure that you have all their detail, and then but don't register and accumulate and add it to your own. Register every known name that you can do a KYC on. Make sure they are separate. Don't merge even your wife and yourself. Okay, Theo.
To add to that, when you want to make payment with USDT, you don't need to describe your name and everything there. No description, just send so that your fund will go through. If my name, I have 5 accounts and my children and everything, I register them differently on the consent form, but you can make the payment, calculate all together, make the payment once. But when you want to send proof of payment to those email, like the email for option 1, proof of payment there, you can describe, I have made payments of total, if it is $200 you made, you write it there, $50 is for my name. You write the name. 250 is for my child's name. You write the name. This one, you write everything according to as you calculated it and send it to that email. So when we see it, then we'll now know that this payment you made is total of $200 and is for so person on your name and under your PROSIX. We will know to differentiate it. That is not the merchant you have to send the description to, but to the email you have to send the proof of payment to. So that clarifies that.
Okay, Oluwadamilare Samuel is saying we're told we should write the amount we invested. A lot of people are writing the brokers group. It's going to create a problem for us. Okay, so what we are going to do, like I said, when we pass this stage, when we are able to pay the investigators to start work, the next thing we are going to do is to develop a website and make this form available for amendment. You are not doing yourself any good by adding figure to what your figure is. That is not the purpose at this point. Don't think that that's the amount we want to pay or they want to pay if there's a recovery. It is just an amount to be able to present to the court. And if we send it wrongly, the court can even discover that we lied and they will upturn the judgment against us. We are saying this 5,000 people invested $7 million. If the court now discovered that what we invested was $3 million, they can rule against us. So you are not doing yourself or our team or this group a favor by using the broker group amount. Okay? It is well. Some people ask questions anyway. Are we still going to earn 300% during payment? Let me first tell you that there is no payment. There is no guarantee for anything. Are you even going to get your capital? There is no guarantee. Are you going to get 10% of your capital? There is no guarantee. We are only saying we think that this is a worthy venture that we can pursue. If we pursue it and we are able to make recovery, glory be to God. If we pursue it and there was no recovery or there is no recovery, we will be happy. Those of us that want to consent, we are saying we will be happy we made effort. So when I see people still talking about 300%, I think you don't understand the shit that is here. Somebody suggesting that the PDF of all the names captured in the consent form be published. Nobody is going to do that, sir. Mr. Emmanuel, nobody. No professional will do that. I will not. I understand what the data protection law says. I understand what the Data Protection Commission, who they chase around. I cannot collect somebody's private information and publish it, because when I was collecting, I didn't say I was going to publish it, because this can expose a lot of people. For example, oh, your brother invested, you didn't even know, but you are searching through the PDF and you just see Samuel Onyebuchi George, nobody at gmail.com. Abba, even the name, and then you see, oh, so my brother is this wicked, he invested $200,000 and we are all broke in the family. No, sir, nobody will do that for you. And that's why we are saying the only way we can do this is at the point when we pass this stage, we'll build a website. We intend to build a website, and then we will publish it. And then we will allow, you can use your code to search for your information. And then we can allow amend, or we may not allow amend. Okay? So, how do we have the consent form? Please join the Telegram group. The consent form is posted there. Let me reiterate. The moment you join the Telegram group, just read backward. Everything that has been posted, it may be a little boring, but read backward. Every little detail. Don't ask anybody for any additional thing. In case you can't get any other thing and that you think, drop the message in the group. Are we going to register again? Please let me know. I don't understand what you mean by register again. Some accounts are in the new office. My daughters are in the new office. I don't understand. Okay, let me talk about under 18. Every investment, in fact, every account opening, in fact, every business dealings that is legit always have a clause. Any under 18 is not permitted to participate. That clause was also in the clause in our former company. Okay, and so if you did it at a risk, and part of the risk is staring us in the face now. So because if you claim it and they said present these people and the KYC say this person is 7 years old, maybe. However, this is what I advise. This is my word to you. It is not a court of judgment. This is my advice. If you have those instances, please register those ones as one consent and give it a 50-50 chance. When we get to that point, I thought I'm telling you this, I am affected, and so don't think I'm affected. So, but this is what we are going to, because this is a scenario none of us have ever faced. I'm not sure any one of you have faced it before, that this kind of situation. So what we are going to do, what we are now do is, at that point we now say, this is my son, this is my daughter, these are my children, and they are underage, but I registered this and held it in trust for them. And maybe that may sell in the law court, and they'll say, okay, go and do an affidavit in the court that you held this account in trust. I am saying this not as a lawyer. I'm saying this just to be able to provide a platform where we still have a 50-50 chance of getting these things resolved. But we already in a fix over that, those 18 under 18, because it is not permitted in law. Are we going to register again? I don't understand. Okay, that I've. Leon, you have filled the form before and you group all your accounts together. Now, this is what I have said in case you came late. Let's assume that those accounts are 15. No, let's say 7. I want to use a good number, and 1,000 is on it. And you have registered them and grouped them as one and say $7,000. Now, this is what I am advising you to do. And out of this 7, 5 is your own. 1 is your wife's, 1 is your daughter's. So now register your wife now as 1,000. Register your daughter as 1,000. Your own is still carrying 7,000. Don't worry. When it is time that we open the website for amendment, all you just do is to retrieve your record and change the 7,000 to 5,000. But you have, because what we anticipate is that in case there's a recovery, everybody will have to provide his KYC to say, this is me. And you cannot bear 3 names in KYC. Okay? I bought many licenses with different names, but all of them use one email. Should I calculate all and pay? No. Don't use username. Don't use email that you are. That is not the grouping. The grouping is in KYCable. If there's an English like that, KYCable names. So if you have 20, and among those 20, there are 5 solid names in that 20, please do 5 consents and group them by that. Please, can a group payment be made? Assuming I'm about 100 accounts of different packages, totaling 50K more. Can I pay 200 to cover or including accounts under me? No, you cannot. Every consent must be a name. Because if you put them and the total 50,000 in your name, when you are to provide the consent and then the names are presented, and then they see that there are 74 names, you cannot claim it. The consent form and how to pay is on the group. So just join the Telegram group and read backward. This new development was not mentioned when we're filling the consent form. At every point in time, nothing is extremely clear. Nothing is extremely clear. So in case we misguided you, that's why this question that I just answered now from Felicia Odu, I know some people were asked to put everything together. but as we know more, we will guide you, we will put you right. Okay, so sorry in case we misguided you in the past. The consent form and how to pay is on the group. This new development, okay. What's the email? What email? In the form that gives the procedure on how to pay, it's just a 4-page document. You will see every detail. Personally, I have 5 accounts, but with different names. But in the previous consent form, I have explained this. If you did the wrong thing in the previous consent form, leave that one for the name you used and register the remaining consent in this new one. When we open the portal to amend, you go and amend the total amount on the first one you register. How can I list off my account in the consent form? Where you see the username, you can list all of them with a comma, but there is no need for that. Just write the first account and leave the rest. Are we sure that the contribution won't be silent like the OMP paid? I don't understand what you mean by silent. Are we sure that we will get results? There is no assurance. And I will always say this emphatically. There's no assurance that we'll get results. The question we have asked ourselves last Sunday and last Tuesday is, should we abandon it or should we give it a try? More than 90% of the people say, let's give it a try. And that's why we are doing what we are doing. If you say we should abandon it, there is no assurance we will. Using one form for multiple accounts, the account have different registration dates. Just use the first date, okay? Use the earliest date. If you have 2 accounts, but you used a different username and 2 accounts in your child's name, I think I've given answer to this. I have 3 accounts with different names. Don't group any 2 names together. You can group 2 username, but don't group 2 name, full name, because they are 2 human beings and they will have to provide KYC differently. And if you group them under one name, then it will look like you gave wrong information. With the same email address, you can only register 1 account. I have 8 on 1 email, but different username. No, the truth is, Leon, in fact, we have allowed you to use 1 single email address to register even multiple consent now. So I don't know when you try this. So the same email address, but like I said, I think this is simple enough. The grouping is not on username, it is on full name. So if your full name is Leon Opara and you have Victoria Opara, who is your wife, don't group the 2 together. But don't say because the email address is the same thing. Register Leon Opara separate, Victoria Opara separate. Use the same email address. I think we have opened that. You can use the same email address, because what we are trying to do is, when we are done with this, when we get to that stage where we will open the website address, we will first generate a unique code for everybody. So you are not using email to search your record. You are using a unique code that is different from everything that you know before. I'm invited, but I don't have money. There may not be any point registering, especially if your investment is more than $200. I have 3 accounts bearing the same name, 500, 500, 600. So you have 1,100. Go to the document and check how much is somebody that have investment of 1,100. How much is he supposed to pay? For the last time, let me share this information here. But if you get into the group, you will see it. Let me share it here. Where is it again? Yeah. Okay, so let me share it again for the purpose of everyone here. Wow, we spent over 1 hour now. I thought this meeting was not going to be more than 1 hour. Is it sharing already? Is it sharing already? Okay, yeah. So if you invested anything above $50,000, you are paying. Is it sharing already? You are paying $200. And we did a little further explanation to say $50,000 is about 60 million naira, and we're asking you to pay 240,000 to attempt to recover some portion of this 60 million. If you invested between 10,000 and 49,999, you are paying $100, which is about 150,000 naira. If you invested between $5,000 and $9,999, you are paying $50, which is about $70, 70,000 naira. If you invested between 1,000 and 4,999, you are paying just $20, which means you invested 1.2 million and we're asking you to pay about 25,000. If you invested between $1,000 and $300, you have to pay $10, which is about 15,000 naira. If you invested below $300, you are given free consent. Is that okay? So I think this is clear. But in the document, in the group, in the team, you will find that detail again.
Olatundu is asking, what about those that have account with an organization name? What would they do? Would they register it under their name or differently with organization name?
An organization is a legal entity, just like a human being is a legal entity. As long as you can KYC that organization, you can bring the CAC registration information or whatever association information, you can register that name as a consent. Okay?
Okay. What of those that use company name and they don't have a registration legally? What would they do?
Okay. This is like I said, some of the answer I will be providing for you is not cast in stone, like I know this is true or this is right. It's an advice, because like I said, this is a situation we've never been in before. And so we are just imagining from the little knowledge of legal system that we know. If you register in an association, for example, I have, let's say you are from Anambra, and you have Abuja Anambra Men's Association. You understand? You can register it. I will say you can register it. When the time comes, there are things you can use to identify that organization, and so we'll pick it up from there, because there is no other way. You can't change that to a person's name now, but leave it in that organization, and then when it is time, I can even, if we have a Facebook page that has been registered since 2012, so it means I am not trying to register it now. It's been there. Look at this Facebook page. This is our Facebook page. All of this can be something that will be used. Like I said, this is not something that I am saying authoritatively. I'm just saying this is the way I perceive it. Again, don't call the merchant. Send him a WhatsApp message.
Then Taiwo Adepujo is asking, can you clarify between username and full name?
What kind of clarification? You don't know the difference between a username and a full name? When you were registering your account, you register I think the maximum then was about 10 character username. You can say Ima OG, Ima OG1, Ima OG2. Those are username. Full name now is Emmanuel Egbunike. That's your full name.
Okay.
Why don't we plan to pay the investigator and legal team after the money has been? It is not our terms, it's their terms. We are not the one giving them terms. They are the one giving us their terms. So, and that is how it should be. We cannot do that, and they have not accepted to do that. You said you have paid, but you have not received response. You will not receive response. when you pay, just make sure you send the email with your screenshot and your name, your full name in the email. In fact, by tomorrow we are going to bring out a new guideline on how to send the email. So don't just send the email, you provide one or two information on the email. So because some people will just send screenshot, we don't know who it is from. So just if you send it and just know it will be captured. If then after we have done and then but that's just it. Is there any plan B for people who don't have money now but can fill the form? For now, there is no plan B. There's no plan B. It's either you are in or you are out. Please, WhatsApp group is full. It's not accommodating anymore. If it is WhatsApp, yes, just go to Telegram. WhatsApp is full. Go to Telegram. Telegram can accommodate more than 10,000 people. So go to Telegram. WhatsApp, in fact, by just because of the new community rule, it can take up to 1,000. And we are well over 10,000.
This one is saying, I have some accounts under me, but the owner is dead. And the family are expecting the money from me. How do I go about it since the owner of the account is dead?
Now, legally, and this I can say, for every human being, for every asset of any human being, we call it deceased estate. There is a document you can use to claim anything that relates to that person, and that is called letter of administration. So when somebody dies and he has a house or he has a car, he has money, and you go and the family will go and process a letter of administration in the name of one of them. And so you will register this consent in the name of the dead person. When if there is a recovery, I like to use if there's a recovery and there is now time to pay, you will now come with the name of the person, with the name of the person with the letter of administration. The letter of administration will state Mr. Samuel Ogbemudia is the legal beneficiary of the estate of Mrs. Sarah Ogbemudia. So that document releases anything that belongs to her to you. Okay?
Okay. And this one is saying, I have accounts and I can no longer log into some. I don't remember the password. How do I prove the investment when it is requested?
Okay. You see, in the last few weeks, we've been begging people to circulate it on their groups. If you don't know how to log, if you don't have the information to log in, there is a forgot password on the brokers group. Do forgot password, they will send a link to reinitialize and reset your password. Please, that's the only evidence we all have now. If you don't have it, you don't have a claim, even if there's a recovery and you register consent. Okay, you said they must not use narration for the payment to merchant. Why? The reason is that it is not allowed, and the account can be locked and your money can also be seized. So please follow that. Some people's money it was not received because of those descriptions, and it is, if you are in the if you are in the space, you should know what we are saying. So don't put any description. What's the exchange rate for today? You will see it in the group, but I can tell you it is 1,400. The Telegram has expired with the same email. Telegram is not full, please. Telegram is not full. What happened to the previous law firm? Our engagement with him had expired at the point of writing to CFTC. So that engagement had expired. and so the agreement we signed with him was for 60 days and for some specified task, and that has expired, even though we still have his service on a very skeletal level, but it's nothing nothing very dependable. But what we are even doing now is not because it's not there, but because this is we can fight this from many angles, and that is the approach we are using why we got these ones.
Then
How do you
to add to that, some
okay.
people are also asking, why is this law firm giving us a deadline to make payment? Like, I will just ask this, why? Because we want to try as possible, as soon as possible, to meet up with the CFTC case that is closing soon. Like the CFTC case that is closing soon, the deadline to submit right of claim is June 18. So if we did not commit to this, our law firm now, because he wants to try what he can do to meet with the CFTC receivers and explain our case to them to see if there is anything they can do about our process. But if we delay payment and we didn't sign our retainership agreement, I think before then the time will be expired. We can't do anything about the CFTC. Rather is to go ahead with the fight to fight the Omega Pro founders and its proceeds, which we because our case now, it has to be one, to fight the Omega Pro founders, to check the CFTC, and to make sure say we retrace and recover all our funds. Then the CFTC case is already ended because the case started since February last year, so they're already rounding up. And where we are having problem with that is that Omega Pro was not directly measured in that case. That is where we are having problem with that case. So in light of that, we have to move forward to make sure we fish out the Omega Pro founders. Anywhere they are hiding, we want to fight them. Anywhere they hide our money, we want to look for them and make sure say we're able to recover our money. So what we are doing now is to fight. And to fight, we can't just go to courts and tell them, these people, they seize our money, we invested. Okay, have we been able to trace where this money are? It is not the court that will trace the money for us. It is our responsibility to trace the money, to trace where the Omega Pro are hiding, to trace where they keep our money, then and bring them to court. This is the money we invested with Omega Pro. This is where they are hiding them. This is where they are hiding it. The court will take action against them on our behalf. That is what we are trying to do. So the law firm giving us time, that they are just trying to help us to be sure that we're able to meet up with some targets before it is too late. So that answered that question.
Saidi Bolaji said, when there is no assurance, then there is no point of going ahead, please. Okay, thank you. That is one opinion out of 1,000 opinion. And so if out of 1,000, one person say don't go ahead, and 990 say go ahead, so you can don't register consent. That's just what it means. Everybody has the opportunity to say I'm not going ahead, and because of that I'm not registering consent. Let those who wants to go ahead register consent, and then you can laugh at them after 1 year, and they are unable to get money. You say we can do KYC later, then what can we do when we use pet's name? Yes, this is what I say. Any name that is not regular name, like I said, you use pet name, you did under 18, you did this and that, combine them as one consent. You know that you have a lot of work to do in the event of recovery to claim that money. But don't match them with the ones that carry good names, okay? So that you don't lose altogether. I don't know how the process is going to be. I'm just assuming. So when you have pet name and all of that, put them in one pool of consent. And so, then you have to explain yourself. And if they say do this, do that, You have to go through all the process. You see, what we are doing is we are trying to avoid. You see, there's a saying in the Southwest that says that the person that enter into a ditch gives the people coming from behind a lesson to learn. Emini FX, Mr. Theophilus, how long has Emini FX fund been recovered?
It's almost going to a year now.
That the fund has been recovered?
Yes.
Okay. But have they been able to pay?
No.
Why have they not been able to pay? KYC
because
issues.
of this proof of fund.
Proof of fund. So since we already have that case study, we will be foolish to now walk into it again. And then if God helps us, there's a recovery and we wait for another 1 year, and yet we have not gotten our money because we didn't do what is right. So that is why this KYC, we are trying to see as best as we can to get it right from now. It will not be 100%, but yes, if we can do 70%, then I think it will be better. I hope this is not another way of exhausting people's hard-earned money again. Guys, shine your eyes. Please shine your eyes. As Malam Azan is advising you, shine your eyes. Maybe this guy is speaking to you. We want to take your hard-earned money again. Sincerely, it is a way of thinking. So shine your eyes, speak to yourself. If your mind says, let me make a try, make a try. If your mind says, shine your eyes like Malam Azan, please shine your eyes and leave. Okay?
So let me
Please,
just tell you, people, we in Nigeria, we are very privileged that we are united and we want to fight this cause. There are many investors in some of other countries. They want to fight, but there is no unity. There are some people that
ready to come and do this.
They want to come and join. They are begging to come and join us to pay this money and to join us to fight. But we are still telling them to hold on first. We haven't given them time. But we are here. We have the opportunity. We are united. Some are still saying that this thing. So it is not mandatory for everybody. It is for those that wants to fight, that wants to try to make sure, say, if he can be able to recover his money. So it is not compulsory for everybody. That is one thing you should know.
Okay. Please resend the wallet address in a copyable format. On the group, there is a copyable format on the group. So it is there. There's a copyable format on the group. Okay.
Can someone that invested in Pulse and Go Global fill the consent form?
No. If you invested Pulse and Go Global, don't fill this consent yet. Abi Theo.
Yeah. The Pulse is already clear that the Pulse is a scam. It's already clear, and it's the same Omega. You can fee for Pulse. But for Go Global, how far about Go Global? Are they still paying or they stop paying, as you said?
You see, Theo, my opinion, you can see that we are the same committee member, but we are not, because this is not what any one of us have done before. My opinion is we are already joining XPL and Go Global in this case. And so, but since I am still thinking that since Omega Pro is our main, the main, what do you call it? The main, the primary company, that we should only do consent for those, for the Omega Pro. That's what I am thinking. Because if we put Pulse, it will be difficult to separate which one is Pulse and which one is Omega Pro, because we didn't give that option in the consent. Do you understand? And I don't think there's anybody that did Pulse without doing Omega Pro. In fact, the first condition, you must have an Omega Pro account before you register Pulse.
Exactly. And that is to say, the only thing they have to do is to add the amount they invested in Pulse to that of Omega Pro.
Yes. Add the amount to Omega Pro amount.
Then at the end, you still have to go and screenshot your investment in the Pulse.
In Pulse.
back office, the
I
same thing
hope
you
it's
will
still
do.
available.
Yeah, it's available.
Okay.
The same thing you did with a brokers group by screenshotting your investment in brokers group back office. This the same thing in a post. Then screenshot, then keep. Add the total you invested together. That is the total you are going to calculate how much you are paying for this course.
Okay, the time frame for the recovery of this fund. Please, I like also I like to always correct the use for the likely recovery. It's not a guaranteed recovery. The time frame is 2 years. Okay. What's the deadline for payment? It is this Friday. Why not no win, no fee? It is a no win, no fee. The lawyers are not getting any fee, but the lawyers cannot go to court until investigator have where the money is. And those ones, after they collect money, they don't do a no win, no fee. Whosoever is having wrong password on, there's no password information on the consent form. So why will he give you wrong password and username? So what that means is that you are working on the wrong form. You are not using the correct form. Telegram is not filled up. Let me not just let me see how many. Let me see the number of people on Telegram as at this moment. No, Telegram is not filled up. Telegram, as at today, is still less than 5,000 people here. So it's not filled up, please. If you didn't move to brokers group, sincerely, I cannot help you, because even if there's a recovery and they ask you to bring evidence that you ever was in Omega Pro system is down, then the only place you say you didn't enter into it. That's a bad case. Let the deduction be made at the point of payment. It's not our terms, it's their terms. You said we were not asked not to do so during Omega Pro to register under 18. Please, sir, you were told not to do so. It's on the or even on the registration form, it is there, not to register under 18. Telegram address. Somebody should help me post the Telegram address again. Every registration must be accompanied with payment. If not, the consent will be deleted. Morenike, you say your money was moved to Neptune. It's like we don't understand what this is. Your money was not moved to Neptune. It was part of a scam. It was your information was moved to Neptune. No money was moved anywhere. Is that very clear? Let's understand this thing so that we will be able to know how deep we are. Okay? If merchant does not send evidence to you on time, please chat him up. What about those of us with accounts that are already maxed out but not withdrawn by the time? It is still the same thing, still the capital. We are not, this information is not for payment. Okay? It is just to be able to present the true position to the court that this is how much we invested. I will never pay a fool twice. Beautiful, beautiful. In every 12, there will always be a Judas. What if we have an insider that will be giving Omega Pro guys heads up? Okay, Ijoma, there is no, this is what the lawyers told us, and let me explain it to you. If you understand the crypto space, the blockchain, everything that enter blockchain is never deleted forever. So if I pay money to you through blockchain and you move it to another account and that account move it to another account on the blockchain. The only way you take money out of the blockchain is peer-to-peer. That means I want to move it to a physical bank account. I will do a peer-to-peer. On that peer-to-peer, the information of the bank account that it was transferred to is on the blockchain. And so they will also, the investigator, they are legally licensed. They will go to the bank and then demand for the information on the bank. On the bank will say an account was credited in San Francisco for 200,000 for the purchase of a real estate. They will trace where it was transferred to. They will trace where the estate was bought. This is how investigators work, and that's exactly what happened with the Emini FX. So they got houses, they got cars, they got money still in blockchain, and they were the things that they were able to sell up to be able to get about 186 million out of the 350 million that people invested. Is that clear? So even if they tell them it's not, you can't run away from FBI. I'm not here to speak for any leader. That's why I said I'm not here to talk about people. I'm here to talk about this case. How can we help this case? Okay. So why make people pay money? I know understand though. I saw Diamond Leader's name. Please, I don't know the name. I only know my upline. So if you don't know your Diamond Leader name, put your upline name as the Diamond Leader name, okay? Broker group is not opening again. Are you sure? I think it is still opening. Please, any other question? I think Benjamin Agbo say, please, you guys should carry your brain along with you. Don't be a fool twice. I agree with that. Let me even put it on the big screen. Please think twice before you join this. Don't be a fool twice, okay? Don't be a fool twice. If this looks like foolish escapade, please run away. Why are leaders still supporting Go Global? Like I said, I'm not here to talk about leader. I'm talking about how to get our money. How do I know the reclamation fee to pay? How much did you register there? Whatever you register there, find the equivalent fee to pay. Okay? Benny Onoja. Oh, Omega broker group is not opening again. Wow, that's serious. But I know that for over a month, we've been encouraging people to
Brokers
go.
group.
Somebody is saying it. 2 people have said it.
Let me check.
So it's opening, please. It's opening. Adewale Omojowo, it is your choice to do or not to do. You also have any platform to encourage people not to do. And I want to even tell you here, on my honor, by the grace of God, if by the deadline we cannot get this money, everybody that are paid will be refunded. Everybody. We are not ignoring it. I posted it again now, and it's surprising that you are saying it is not, the Telegram group is not opening. Please copy the Telegram group out. You see, the problem it might not open is that it is jammed up with some other typings. So take it out aside and okay, let me see if I can do that for you. Let me just send, I think we even did this some minutes ago. Let's just send the Telegram link only. So I'm just sending the Telegram link only. Try it now. Okay. So please, I think we have answered every reasonable question here. And brokers group is displaying zero balance. Unfortunately, I don't know what you can do. Yeah, 2 years is a very long time. So anyone that think 2 years, I cannot wait, please just move, just move, just walk away, just take a walk. We all have our various level, what do we call it, level of the things that we can accommodate. So let's I think we are done for today. We have been on
Yeah,
this meeting now
for
for 1
for
hour
that.
45
For,
minutes. So
yes. For the brokers group that is displaying zero balance, you have to click on, in the back office of brokers group, click on the 3 line at your left hand. Then you click on report, then you see Neptune. When you click it, it will display your money. So you have to do
somebody
that.
say, okay, sorry. Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Somebody say separating my account will make me pay more than I'm supposed to pay. You are the one defining what you are supposed to pay. Blessing Adedeji, I've explained this. It's not, the interest is not even about what you are paying. The interest is, don't mix two names together in one consent, so that when it is, in case there is a recovery and you want to pay, only one name can feature for a consent, then any other name find in the jungle of that consent is null and void. Let's understand this. The total amount invested, the amount is the total amount invested, not 300. Yes. Let's be sincere, it can invalidate our legal case. Okay, you said the money is to be paid to investigator. How are you saying that the money? We are the one collating the money now. We are the one collating the money. It is when it is complete we will pay it to the investigators. So as at today, every money paid is in our custody, the committee custody. So when it's complete, we pay. If it is not complete, we will return it back to the owners. Respond to mine. BC, what is yours? I can't see BC, I can't see you. So please, if we jump it, just retype it. Can 100 investors still need to submit the same? I don't understand that question. Is the money the brokers do the actual amount invested? No. It is the, what happened to account with fictitious name that can't do KYC? When we get there, we will be able to answer. When we get to that stage. Can I send my Naira proof of payment separately, as I mistakenly left it when I sent the merchant proof of payment? As long as, if you send your merchant proof of payment and it is well described, please don't bother to send the Naira. If you have any reason, this thing will reach you. Engine Bay, what is your question? Don't say answer my question, please. I won't jump your question if I say, what of those finding it difficult to raise 20 Naira? There is nothing I can do to help you, sir. Brokers group is displaying balance on my, yes, it's going to display accumulative, but you should have kept, you should know how much it is. I don't know how we all handled our accounts even then. If the investigators come today to say they couldn't go further, they can't say they couldn't go further. They can only say we traced your money and we couldn't find it. and then that means case closed. What's the basis for calculation? It's just some 30 intelligent people looking at the best options, and 30 good head is likely going to be better than one. So that means that if everyone does not pay, the possibility of this that is not going will be truncated. Yes, ma. Ijoma Chukura, yes, ma. If everyone does not pay, the possibility of going on is truncated, and everybody that pay will be refunded, and then we'll go and swallow our bitter pill. Benny Onoja, I said, don't say I have not answered it. Just repost it, because there you don't know how these messages are scrolling. So if you have any question not answered and you see I'm already at the bottom of the question, so just drop it. What happened to those who cannot pay? If you do a consent, it will be deleted. What will I do? Register some account with my school name. Yes, put those ones together in one consent, and just know in your mind that they are going to be a bit challenging. Okay.
This one is saying, what if the investigators come tomorrow to say they couldn't go further? Then what will happen? If we are able to raise the amount they needed from us, there is no reason why they will say they couldn't go further. The investigators, they have two primary assignments. One, to trace the funds. Two, to fish out the Omega Pro founders and its process. As it is, we have about 11 names that we are going to prosecute for Omega Pro and its process. And at least we'll be more than glad if we are able to fish out the founders and prosecute them and see them sentenced to jail. At least you will be glad that these people that scammed your hard-earned investment, they are in jail. Then the other one is you will be more than glad if you are able to recover your money. At least the probability of recovering our money is there. Then the probability of fishing out these people and make sure they go to jail is there. Is it not better we do something and make sure these people are punished for the crime they committed against us than for we to just say, okay, we relax? Either of these two must go through, because those people, the founders, they are not dead, they are still alive. As far they are still alive, that they are on this earth, they must be fished out with FBI. So those are our primary goals. So there is no reason the investigators will come and say they can't go further if they have collected our money to investigate this matter. So I think you are clear with that.
Coral Amei, you have wallet money in e-wallet. I think, like I said, I think some of us are talking like we don't know what we are, how deep shit we are in. If you are still talking about e-wallet, so please let's understand what we are in, and let's discuss very proactively. Unfortunately, there is no way to accommodate anybody that cannot pay for now, because this estimation is based on people paying. And so if somebody does not pay, that means the money is not complete. That means all of us go back to where we are coming from, and then we will just walk away. The only set of people that we deem fit should be ignored, should be allowed not to pay, and they are almost a majority, are people with $100 and $200 investment. Your date of enrollment you don't know. Yes, using the year, try to guess the month and just put the date, okay? that will not affect your registration. Thank you very much. I think we have done well enough. Well enough. Thank you very much, and have a good night. If you want to rewatch this, you can tell people who missed this to come and watch it on this same channel. Have a beautiful night. Bye for now.